Imagine waking up to the news you've been waiting for your entire adult life. The Iraqi Dinar or Vietnamese Dong has finally revalued, skyrocketing to that legendary number you saw in your dreams. Your phone is blowing up, your heart is pounding, and you rush to your computer to finally cash in, to transform those stacks of foreign currency into life-changing wealth, only to be met with a cold, brutal reality check. The official portal won't load. The fine print on your certificate reveals a catastrophic clause you never knew existed, and the exchange bureau on the other end of the line tells you your specific series of notes are, inexplicably, not eligible. This isn't just a bad dream. This is the precise moment where futures are shattered, not built, and it's a moment that happens not because the revaluation was a hoax, but because the investor fell victim to one of the 6 critical, soul-crushing exchange errors that separate the prepared from the devastated. Your future, the very financial freedom you're working towards, genuinely depends on what you are about to learn. Because knowledge isn't just power in this speculative investment, it is the literal key that will either unlock the vault or lock you out permanently when the global financial landscape irrevocably shifts. The first and most insidious error is the failure to understand the monumental difference between the currency you own and the currency you can actually spend. Right now, you hold Iraqi Dinar or Vietnamese Dong, a physical asset you purchase from a dealer. But the moment a revaluation occurs, the entire system transforms from a collector's market into a sovereign financial instrument, governed by international monetary law and banking protocols that do not care about your hopes or your investment story. They care about compliance, authenticity, and eligibility. The dinar or dong in your safe must make a journey from being a speculative certificate of hope to a recognized, liquid asset inside the global banking system, and the bridge between those two states is fraught with peril for the uninformed. The second error, a direct consequence of the first, is the catastrophic assumption that any bank in any country will automatically be ready, willing, and legally able to process your exchange at the new, higher rate. The reality is that a post-revaluation world will be one of controlled, managed processes, likely initiated through a formal announcement that outlines a specific procedure. Not every financial institution will be an authorized redemption center. Your local community bank, for all its friendliness, may have no infrastructure to handle such an exotic and high-stakes transaction. Relying on them without prior confirmation could mean watching the news break while you frantically search for a participating institution, wasting precious time and potentially missing critical windows for the most favorable initial exchange terms. This leads directly into the third error, which is the lack of a verified, pre-vetted redemption path. This is more than just knowing a bank's name. It is about having a concrete, verified relationship and understanding of the process. Have you called the international desk of a major global bank, like HSBC, Citibank, or Deutsche Bank, and asked them specifically, hypothetically, what their protocol would be for a significant currency revaluation event involving the IQD or VND? Do you know if your own bank has a correspondent relationship with a central bank that will grant it authority? The chaos of the first 72 hours after an official announcement will be absolute, and you do not want to be one of the millions trying to get answers on a jammed phone line. You need to be the person who already has the answers, who has done the quiet, diligent work of identifying 3 to 5 credible, verifiable redemption options, complete with direct contact information for specific departments. This preparatory work is what turns a theoretical windfall into a practical reality, and without it, you're simply hoping for the best in a situation that demands a precise, military-grade strategy for asset conversion. Your future is too important to leave to hope. The next trio of errors moves from the macro level of banking strategy down to the micro level of the physical assets you are holding in your hands right now, because the most perfectly executed redemption plan in the world means absolutely nothing if the currency notes themselves are deemed invalid, fraudulent, or simply non-conforming to the new legal standards. This is the granular detail that dream sellers and overly optimistic guru reports consistently gloss over, but it is the bedrock upon which your entire financial future in this investment rests. The fourth error, and perhaps the most financially devastating on an individual level, is the failure to ensure your currency notes are from the correct series, year, and are completely free of any defects that would render them unredeemable. Let's be brutally honest. The market for dinar and dong has been flooded with notes for years, and not all of them are created equal. Certain series of Iraqi dinar, for instance, may be subject to demonetization or may require a complex process of verification that could delay your exchange for months, if not permanently void it. Are your 25,000 dinar notes the ones with the correct, updated anti-counterfeiting features? Are your Vietnamese dong notes the current polymer issue, or are they older paper versions that might not be accepted in a full revaluation? Furthermore, the condition of the note is paramount. The international standard for banknote grading is not a suggestion, it is the rule. Notes with tears, even small ones, excessive stains, missing corners, or heavy creasing can be, and likely will be, rejected by a bank teller or redemption center agent who is following strict protocols. They are not looking at your note as a ticket to your freedom. They are looking at it as a financial instrument that must meet the acceptability criteria of their institution and the central bank they answer to. A single ripped note in a stack of 10,000 could see that entire bundle set aside for further verification, trapping your wealth in bureaucratic limbo at the most critical moment. This is why error number 5 is so critical to avoid, neglecting to have your currency professionally authenticated and graded before the redemption process begins. Think of this as a preemptive strike against future problems. Right now, in this moment before any news breaks, you have the time and the opportunity to send samples from various lots of your currency to a reputable, third-party numismatic authentication service. These companies will professionally grade your notes, encapsulate them in tamper-proof holders, and provide a certification of their authenticity and condition. When you present these sealed, authenticated notes to the bank, you're not presenting a questionable piece of paper. You are presenting a verified financial asset. You remove the burden of doubt from the bank agent and dramatically streamline your own process. It is an upfront cost and a logistical step that most investors overlook in their excitement, but it is the very step that could single-handedly guarantee your success while others are failing. The sixth and final error in our list is a psychological one, but it has massive practical consequences: the failure to have a post-exchange financial and legal plan. The moment your currency is converted into US dollars, euros, or another reserve currency, you will have instantly become a high-net-worth individual in the eyes of the law, and that comes with immediate attention and responsibility. The sudden influx of 7, 8, or even 9 figures into your bank account will trigger a cascade of automated reporting systems, from currency transaction reports to potentially more detailed scrutiny under anti-money laundering laws. To walk into a bank unprepared for this is to invite a world of pain. You must have a pre-established relationship with a qualified, experienced asset protection attorney and a tax strategist, preferably a CPA who specializes in windfall and international income. Your first call after confirming the RV should not be to a car dealership. It should be to your legal and financial team. They will guide you on how to structure the receipt of the funds, perhaps through a trust or a series of LLCs, to provide liability protection and tax efficiency. They will help you understand the implications of the Bank Secrecy Act and how to remain compliant while securing your wealth. This is not about hiding money. It is about smart, legal, and prudent management of a sudden large-scale asset transition. Without this team in place, you risk having a large portion of your new wealth eroded by immediate, massive tax liabilities or becoming a target for lawsuits and unscrupulous individuals who prey on the newly wealthy. This comprehensive plan, from the authenticity of the individual note to the structure of your post-redemption financial life, is what constitutes a true strategy. It moves you from being a mere speculator, hoping for a favorable news headline, to being a strategic investor, prepared for the reality of a financial transition. This is the core message that gets lost in the daily noise of intel and guru predictions. The revaluation, when and if it happens, is not the finish line. It is the starting pistol for a complex and demanding process where the real winners will be those who did their homework far in advance. The constant search for Pimpus Insights or Mark Z Intel updates has its place for morale and community, but it is no substitute for the concrete, actionable, and personal due diligence we have outlined here. The Iraqi Dinar News Today 2025 and the Iraqi Dinar Revaluation latest news are external factors you cannot control. The 6 errors we have detailed are internal factors that you have 100% control over. You can choose today to verify your banknote series. You can choose today to contact a numismatic grading service. You can choose today to start interviewing asset attorneys. These are the actions that build an unshakable foundation. The global economy, the fluctuations in the USD exchange rate, the key economic indicators affecting the USD-IQD pairing, these are the waves on the ocean. You cannot stop the waves, but you can learn to build a ship that can navigate them, and that ship is built from the plan we have just laid out. This is the ultimate takeaway. Shift your focus from waiting for the event to preparing for the outcome. Your energy is far better spent securing your redemption path and getting your documents in order than it is in refreshing a blog for the 1000th time. The information asymmetry in this investment is not about who gets the news first. It will be about who understands what to do with the news when it finally, officially arrives. Be the person who understands. Be the person with the plan. Your future self, the one holding the key to a new life, will thank you for the discipline you show today. If this detailed breakdown of the 6 critical errors opened your eyes to the real work that needs to be done, then you understand that this channel is dedicated to providing more than just headlines. We provide the strategic framework for your success. To ensure you are fully prepared for what comes next, I have a crucial task for you. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell right now, because in our next video, we will be diving even deeper, providing a step-by-step checklist for creating your personal, foolproof redemption plan, including exactly what to say when you call a major bank and the specific questions to ask when hiring an asset protection attorney. Do not risk your future by missing that essential guide. Subscribe now, get prepared, and let's navigate this path to financial sovereignty together.